Welcome to this presentations on trigonometric functions. First, I'm going to teach you how to solve simple trigonometric equations. To solve any trigonometric equation, you must be very familiar with the four-quadrant diagram. Now I'm going to show you this four-quadrant diagram. This is the four-quadrant diagram. The first quadrant, your angle theta is from 0 degree to 90 degree. For the second quadrant, theta is from 180 degree to 270 degree. The third quadrant, theta is from 180 degree to 270 degree. And the fourth quadrant, theta is from 270 degree to 360 degree. The most important thing is, for the first quadrant, all the sine, cos, tangent are positive. At the second quadrant, only sine is positive. It means that for cos and tangent, the sign should be negative. The third quadrant, tangent is positive. That is, for sine and cos will be negative. For the fourth quadrant, cos is positive. That is, sine tangent should be negative. So therefore, make sure you remember, for first quadrant, all positive. Second quadrant, sine positive. Third quadrant, tangent positive. And the fourth quadrant is cos positive. To help you to remember this, you can remember like that: all science teacher crazy. So now we start by solving the first equations. That is sine x equal to negative 0.5. There's a few steps to solve these equations. The first step, you have to write down the range for x. The x is from 0 degree to 360 degree. Remember, this is the first step. The second step is to find the basic angle. So basic angle is actually the acute angle. Remember, acute angle is any angle that is less than 90. How to find basic angle for this equation? This is equal to sine inverse of 0.5. You press your calculator, shift sine 0.5. Remember, not negative 0.5, but 0.5. You will get an acute angle or basic angle of 30. The third step now is to look at the sign of the trigonometric equation. This is sine x, and you see that sine x is negative. Negative implies that this angle is at the third and the fourth quadrant. You can see at first quadrant all positive, second quadrant sine is positive, third and fourth quadrant sine is negative. So now the last step, that is to find this angle x here. X equal to, how to find angle in the third quadrant? So the basic angle is here. Remember, the basic angle is always with the horizontal line. This is 30 degree. So you are required to find this angle here, which is 180 plus 30 degree. This is 210 degree. To find the fourth quadrant, the angle, the basic angle now is 30. We have to find this angle, which is 360 minus 30 equal to 330. So x will be in the third quadrant, which is 180 plus 30 degree. The fourth quadrant is 360 minus the basic angle 30. So the answer for x is 210 and 330 degree. So now we will solve for cos x equal to 0.65. Remember, the first step is to put the range, that is, x is from 0 to 360. The second step is to find the basic angle. Basic angle equal to cos inverse of positive 0.65. You press your calculator, you should have an answer 49.46 degree. The third step, looking at which quadrant, cos is positive, so it's first and the fourth quadrant. Third quadrant cos is positive. First quadrant all positive. Sine cos tangent is positive. So now you're looking at first and fourth quadrants. So the last step, the value for x, first quadrant will be 49.46. For the fourth quadrant, you have to use 360 minus 49.46. Therefore, your final answer should be 49.46 degree and 280.54 degree. Next, solve for tangent x equal to 1.34. The first step, what is the range? The range is x more equal to 0, less or equal to 360. Now, use your calculator to find the basic angle. Shift tangent of 1.34. This will give you an answer 53.27 degree. Now look at tangent, which quadrant they are in. Tangent is positive, so this first and the third quadrant. So now we're looking at the first and the third quadrant. Therefore, x, the first quadrant, the answer should be 53.27. For the third quadrant, the angle is 180 plus the basic angle, 53.27 degree. So your final answer, x equal to 53.27 degree and 233.27 degree. So now we have to solve for the equation involve secant, cosecant, and cotangent. First, you have to know this formula for secant x, which is 1 over cos x. For cosecant x, this equal to 1 over sine x, and cotangent x equal to 1 over tangent x. Therefore, for part A, if you want to solve for secant x equal to -2, you have to change to 1 over cos x equal to -2. Therefore, cos x equal to -half. You have to change all the trigonometric equation in terms of sine, cos, tangent, because your calculator only gives you the angle for sine, cos, tangent. Now you start with the first step, that is to put the range. X more equal to 0, less or equal to 360. The second step is to find the basic angle. That is cos inverse of half. Remember, the basic angles is always puts a positive number, positive half, not the negative, because basic angle is any angle that is less than 90 degree. This will give you an answer 60 degree. Now you're looking at cos x, which is negative. So remember your fourth quadrant, that is all science teacher crazy. So for negative, cos will be in the second and the third quadrant, because the first and the fourth quadrant cos is positive. Now your value of x equal to the second quadrant, which is 180 degree minus the basic angle 60, and the third quadrant is 180 plus the basic angle 60. So your answer should be 120 degree and 240 degree. Now we move to part B, that is cosecant x equal to 3 over 2. Cosecant equal to 1 over sine x, this equal to 3 over 2. Therefore, your sine x equal to 2 over 3. Now we start with the first step, that is x is from 0 to 360 degree. The second step, that is to find the basic angle. Use your calculator. Sine inverse of 2 over 3. This will give you an answer 41.81 degree. The third step now, look at your sine x, which is a positive. Positive will be first and second quadrant. Therefore, your x will be in the first quadrant, which is 41.81 degree. And the second quadrant is 180 minus the basic angle, 41.81. So the final answer, x is 41.81 degree and 138.19 degree. So for C, you have to solve for cotangent x equal to -1 over 4. Therefore, 1 over tangent x equal to -1 over 4. tangent x equal to negative 4. The first step, x is more or equal to 0, less or equal to 360. The second step is the basic angle, which is equal to shift tangent of 4, which will give you an answer 75.96. Now the third step, look at tangent here is negative. Tangent negative will be second and the fourth quadrant. Therefore, your final answer, x will be in the second quadrant, which is 180 degree minus the basic angle, and the fourth quadrant is 360 minus the basic angle. Therefore, your final answer equal to 104.04 degree and 284.04 degree. Solve the equation cos square x minus sin square x equal to sin x, x from 0 to 360. So for this equation, you have to reduce it to the basic trigonometric equation in terms of sine, cos, and tangent. So you have cos square x minus sin square x equal to sin x. So remember, for your basic trigonometric identity, you have one formula, sin square x plus cos square x equal to 1. So you can see here you have one term sin x here. So I'll be interested to change my cos square x to 1 minus sin square x. So cos square x equal to 1 minus sin square x. You have minus sin square x here equal to sin x. This is a quadratic equation in terms of sin x. So you have 1 minus 2 sin square x equal to sin x. 2 sin square x plus sin x minus 1 equal to 0. Factorize your equations. This is 2 sin x. Multiply with sin x. You have 2 sin square x. Here you have 1 multiplied with 1. You want a positive sin x. So you have positive 2 sin x minus sin x equal to 0. Therefore, you have 2 sin x minus 1 equal to 0. Sin x equal to half, or sin x plus 1 equal to 0. Sin x equal to negative 1. Now you need to reduce to the basic trigonometric equations. The first step here is to start from the range. The x is more or equal to 0, less or equal to 360. So sin x equal to half, your basic angle equal to sine inverse of half, which will give you answer 30 degree. Now you look at the signs of sin x, which is a positive, meaning the angle should be in the first and second quadrant. So for the first quadrant, your answer will be 30. For the second quadrant, the answer is 180 minus 30 degree. Therefore, your answer is 30 degree and 150 degree. Now for sin x equal to negative 1, the best way is to record your graph of sin x. Sin x graph will look like that. Here will be your 90 degree. Here is 180 degree. Here is 270 degree, where this value here is negative 1. So you know that for sine 270 degree, this equal to negative 1. Therefore, your answer for x is 270 degree. Next, you have to arrange all the x in ascending order. So you have 30 degree, 150 degree, and 270 degree. So this is the final answer for these questions. Solve the equation tangent square x minus 2 secant x plus 1 for x from 0 to 360 degree. So I will suggest you to memorize the 3 basic trigonometric identity. The first one is sin square x plus cos square x equal to 1. The second one is 1 plus tangent square x equal to secant square x. And the last one is 1 plus cotangent square x equal to cosecant square x. These 3 basic trigonometric identity, especially the first one, are very famous in the exam. So try to remember this, even though this is in the formula list. So you can see here, For this question, you have tangent square x minus 2 secant x plus 1 equal to 0. You have a secant x here. Therefore, you should change your tangent square x to secant square x minus 1. 1 plus tangent square equal to secant square. So you bring your 1 over. Tangent square is secant square x minus 1. Why I want to change to secant square minus 1? This is because after I change tangent square to secant square x minus 1, I have minus 2 secant x plus 1 equal to 0. You can see now I reduce the formulas to a quadratic equation in terms of secant x. Some students may change the secant x to 1 over cos x. After you change to 1 over cos x, you can see here this is tangent square. You can't actually reduce it to an equation with one unknown. Therefore, you should actually change your tangent square to secant square minus 1. Now you have secant square x minus 2 secant x minus 1 plus 1. You have 0, therefore you have this equal to 0. Factorize it, you have secant x minus 2 equal to 0. Therefore, your secant x equal to 0 or secant x equal to 2. Secant x equal to 0 imply 1 over cos x is 0 and cos x equal to 1 divided by 0, which is infinity. So you do not have answer for this x here because remember your cos x is between negative 1 and 1. Now for this equation, you have 1 over cos x equal to 2. Therefore, your cos x equal to half. So you have cos x equal to half. Remember the first step is to put the range. The range is from 0 to 360 degrees. Now you find the basic angle. This equal to cos inverse of half, which is equal to 60 degrees. So now look at cos here, you are looking at positive, which is in the first and the fourth quadrant. So your answer for x equal to 60 degrees, first quadrant. The third quadrant is 360 minus 60. So the final answer for x will be 60 degrees and 300 degrees. Solve the equation 6 secant square a minus 13 tangent a equal to 0. So remember your basic trig identity, you have 1 plus tangent square x equal to secant square x. Now you have tangent a here. So you're supposed to change your secant square a. You have 6. Secant square a is 1 plus tangent square a minus 13 tangent a equal to 0. You should be happy with this because you have a quadratic equation now in tangent. Expand it, you have 6 plus 6 tangent square x minus 13 tangent a equal to 0. Now you have 6 tangent square a minus 13 tangent a plus 6 equal to 0. Now factorize this. You have 3 tangent multiplied with 2 tangent a, that is 6 tangent square a. 3 multiplied with 2 is 6. Now here you have negative 9 tangent a plus negative 4 tangent a, which you will get negative 13 tangent a. This equal to 0. Therefore, you have 3 tangent a minus 2 equal to 0. Tangent a equal to 2 over 3 or 2 tangent a minus 3 equal to 0. Tangent a equal to 3 over 2. So now the first step again is to put your angle. Your a is bigger than 0 degree and less or equal to 360 degree. So what is your basic angle for this? Which is equal to tangent inverse of 2 over 3. Press your calculator. You should have answer 33.69 degree. Now your tangent is positive here. Positive implies tangent in the first and the third quadrant. So for the first quadrant, the angle A equal to 33.69 degree. Third quadrant equal to 180 degree plus the basic angle. Therefore, your answer for A is 33.69 degree and 213.69 degree. For tangent A equal to 3 over 2, again you find your basic angle. This equal to tangent inverse of 3 over 2. Press your calculator, you should have answer 56.31. Again, look at these signs here. The tangent is positive, so in the first and the third quadrant, always remember your quadrant diagram. All science teacher crazy. Can you see tangent is positive here, third quadrant, and the first quadrant, all is positive. Now your A is in the first quadrant, which is 56.31 degree, and the third quadrant is 180 plus 56.31, which will give you 236.31 degree. So now you have to put your final answer into ascending order. The first one is 33.69 degree. The second one is 56.31 degree. The third one is 213.69 degree. And the last one is 236.31 degree. So this is the final answer for A. Solve the equation 2 cotangent square x equal to 4 minus cosecant x. X is from 0 to 360. So you have one formula link cotangent square and cosecant square together. That is 1 plus cotangent square x equal to cosecant square x. You have a cosecant x here. Therefore, you should change your cotangent square to cosecant square x minus 1. So you have 2 cosecant square x minus 1 equal to 4 minus cosecant x. Expanded here, 2 cosecant square x minus 2 equal to 4 minus cosecant x. This is a quadratic equation in terms of cosecant. You have 2 cosecant square x, bring over minus cosecant x, you have positive cosecant x. Minus 2, bring over 4, minus 4, you have minus 6 equal to 0. Now factorize it. You have 2 cosecant x multiply with cosecant x, which is 2 cosecant square x. Now you have 3 multiplied with 2, which you have 6. You need positive cosecant x, therefore you have positive 4 cosecant x minus 3 cosecant x. Now you have 2 cosecant x minus 3 equal to 0, or cosecant x plus 2 equal to 0. So this will give you a cosecant x equal to 3 over 2. Remember, you have to change to sine, cos, and tangent. Cosecant is 1 over sine x equal to 3 over 2. Therefore, your sine x equal to 2 over 3. Here you have cosecant x equal to negative 2. Therefore, your sine x equal to negative 1 over 2. Because cosecant is 1 over sine. Now you put the angle, that is x is from 0 to 360 degree. Second step to find the basic angle. This is shift sine of 2 over 3. This is equal to 41.81 degree. Now look at your sine x. It's a positive, so must be in first and the second quadrant. So the angle for x first quadrant is 41.81 degree. The second quadrant is 180 minus 41.81. So the answer for x is 41.81 degree and 138.19 degree. So now you have sine x equal to negative half. The basic angle equal to sine inverse of half, which is 30 degree. Remember, you always press your calculator for the basic angle half, not the negative half. Now look at sine x here. It's a negative. Therefore, sine x should be in the third and the fourth quadrant. Remember your quadrant diagram. All science teacher crazy. So the first and second sine is positive. Third and fourth quadrant sine is negative. So third quadrant, your angle should be 180 plus the basic angle. And the fourth quadrant, your answer should be 360 minus the basic angle. Therefore, your answer should be 210 degree and 330 degree. Always put your final answer in ascending order. Your x equal to 41.81 degree. Then you have 138.19 degree, 210 degree, and 330 degree. So this is the final answer.